Today I'm going to be building a zoo habitat in Minecraft and then trying to do the same in Planet Zoo, and we're going to compare it and see which one's better, which one's worse. It went so well last time I did this, definitely well. It wasn't a disaster, and yeah, we'll see what happens, so let's jump straight into it. Okay, so I'm just going to start here in Minecraft because last time we started in Planet Zoo. I have a general idea of what I want to do, but it is a very general idea. Okay, I think this might be huge, but this is my idea for the shape. A little bit of a sticky outy bit, whatever you'd call that. So if it's maybe 3 tall, and then, whoops, on top of that we do another layer, but for the chains, and then perhaps on top of that we could, in theory, have it horizontal. Or in fact, hang on. Okay, I don't love that, but would this work? How's that look? Good or bad? I think it might be better to do it here. But you get what I was trying to do there with the sort of like angled bit at the top, which is how you stop animals from like climbing over. And it's at this point I've realised I haven't even told you what we're building this for. I thought we'd go for an Ocelot because it's something that's in both Planet Zoo and Minecraft. So I think this might be a decent start. You've got these sort of raised bits here that, like, you know, I've seen Ocelots sort of sleep just on like a raised bit near glass, so I guess they like that. To look a bit more natural is we could have... Yeah, that's not going to work so much on that ground floor. But like a natural looking walkway that you'd expect them to walk on. Pretend I'm an ocelot and can fit through there. You know, they'd be on a raised platform perhaps. And then if they want to go inside, that's a nice little way for them to do that. I've done that before in Planet Zoo, so I'd imagine it's a thing people do like that. And then just sort of here we could have a sort of, not shelf, but like a higher raised platform. And perhaps just there as well. And that way you could come in, go up there, you could jump to there, or you could come down here as well. I think this is fine for now. At this scale, there is only so much you can do in detailing for, like, you know, like you couldn't have like a scratching post that's too detailed. It would be like that, perhaps. I think that is it. I think that's a scratching post. But I think that's okay. I mean, you know, not good for like really good person standards, but for me, I think that's gonna be good enough. Okay, no, I've just ruined everything. I don't think I addressed it, but I was also toying with the idea of the nether brick fence as like a mesh. Maybe for the bit that like you don't see, like as a guest, that could work. Because I don't like the idea of this big wall encapsulating like a large amount of area. Whereas this way it's like they still can see all the nice outsidey stuff, all the other exhibits. I mean, we're not making it super realistic or anything, but we'd like to at least have it so it would almost work in real life. You know, like you could take some of the elements from here and like apply it to a real world use. How does that look? A bit scuffed, but I don't know how else you do corners and stuff. You know, I was pretty smart to have this curved bit, or like angled sloped bit, to be glass instead of the chains, but you know, it doesn't have to be like perfect, it sort of just needs to give the idea. I think it does. So I think all we've got left to do, unfortunately, is the outside area, which is what I'm really been putting off because I don't know what to do. Other than a bunch of trees and like nothing but foliage, you know, I want to have some sort of like climbing platform here, which then would connect nicely into there. But other than that, I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to come up with yet. Well, that's my idea of a cat climbing thing. I don't think I love these trapdoors here, so I think I'm gonna, whoops, get rid of them. But I think that looks okay here at the base, because it looks a bit more like grounded and like sturdier. Realistically, this is probably way too close because cats can also jump, not only climb, and that's an escape waiting to happen, I think. But you know, like I said, it doesn't have to be super super realistic. You know, that looks okay enough, right? Like, especially once you don't see the disconnected objects here. Like, all of a sudden, that looks okay, doesn't it? You know? In theory, it would actually be you know what? Yeah. It can be in practice rather than in theory, because watch this. We have this wonderful thing called waxed exposed copper chain. And that is rope. That absolutely is rope. Look at that. Yeah, that is rope. Oh yeah, I'm happy with that now. That looks so much better. This is great as rope. We need to use this more often, I think. We'll see what kind of trees I can come up with. I'm not going to even look at reference images, which is probably the biggest mistake I can think of right now. But, oh well. How's that looking? I'm going to make it a pretty simple looking tree. It's not going to be super massive or anything. I think literally that might be it. That might be it. That's a good tree. Yeah? That. Oh, that is a tree, isn't it? Maybe. What if we got rid of that? Would that look better? I think it might. Oh yeah, it's got multiple angles to it, hasn't it? Whoops. That's a good start, I'd say. Okay, it's not some super amazing professional level tree, but, you know, we're dealing with someone who's not good at building here, so I think that's fine. Okay, here we go. Really big tree now. I think it needs a bit of shape to it rather than just a straight line. Which way, though? I think if we ever so slightly bends here to the left, and then we'll have two sort of big branches, one coming back out to the right and one continuing further to the left, but maybe a bit more in the verticality, like that. Whereas this is going to be a bit more like one of these branches. I think I've just made a tree skeleton that's 10 times better than that one. Yeah, I quite like this. Okay, looking at it from different angles, I don't love it, but there definitely is some goodness to this. I just need to, like, refine it and finish it off. But I don't hate it, which is a good sign because normally I hate the sort of builds I build. I'm gonna say that's good enough for now. It's certainly not perfect, but it's a big tree. And I've only built a handful of big trees before. I think that's good enough. I want to... I guess we'll do spruce trapdoors again. Cats love to climb. You'd need some sort of way of stopping them from, like, climbing up a tree. I've seen for tigers like a little metal thing, but I think sort of part way up would be fine because then they can sort of scratch at it and climb it a bit. Maybe I'm wrong, but maybe that would be okay. Oh yeah, I'm loving this. I think this looks quite good. Maybe. If we see it from a visitor's perspective, I think that's good. It gives off the impression of like huge amounts of like grasses and plants. I've also gone and already done this part too, and I think that gives off the same effect. So that's good. I think next we want a bit of a pathway where you'd expect the ocelot to sort of like, you know, patrol, sort of like, maybe packed mud would be good. So you'd expect them to be sort of here and all around like here as well. Maybe over this way. And this is the keeper's area, so they've probably stomped through a bit. They'd probably want to get to there, so that looks about right. And then this is probably going to be relatively overgrown, but maybe we just have a little bit that suggests travel, like that. I think that's good. And then that now allows us to pretty much fill in the rest of this area with like more grasses and shrubs and stuff. Okay, I looked it up, and apparently ocelots are good swimmers. They do like to swim. So I'm going to add a little pool just here at the back, and then I want to do a few more like wooden climbing things, but not sort of platforms, but more like branches and stuff. I think that would be a nice little thing to just sort of connect everything up. And then I think we're done. I've added the backdrop, I've added a bit more plant life. You'll see it all soon. Now another one, sort of like, whoops, sort of like that. Yeah, that looks like fun, doesn't it, for an ocelot climbing along? I kind of like it. Gives them some enrichment. I don't know what else an ocelot would want that you could recreate in Minecraft. And yeah, the other thing we could do is one of these. What's one of these, I bet you're asking? Well, clearly, can't you tell? This is a cardboard box. Cats love boxes. I think that's good. Maybe. I don't love the big white square in the middle, but the issue with oak is that there's already holes in it. Which, I mean, would be good, because it's like, oh, they're biting the box, they're chewing through it and having some fun. But to have it perfectly like that on all sides, I don't know if that's going to look good, you see? Yeah, I think this is good enough. It feels way more detailed than I put into the last video, so this is good, I'd say. Oh yeah, I don't think I showed it off, but I added a tiny touch of colour. You can't have too many flowers, because obviously they'd get trampled on, and depending on your animal, they'd like get eaten and stuff, but a little touch of colour, I think, is going to go a long way. The vines are like going crazy. I should have done something about that. That's fine. But I think before I actually properly show this off, I'm going to do the same thing that I've just done now, but in Planet Zoo. And then we'll come back to this and see if this is any good or if I hate it. I'm probably going to actually finish up this stuff tomorrow, so I'll have time to sleep on it and everything. But yeah, let's stop yapping on and stalling for time and actually get on with the rest of this, shall we? Alright, and we are back in our build challenge zoo. Look at these guys, look how happy they are. Oh, that's brilliant. Anyways, as lovely as it is, we don't care. We're off to build an ocelot exhibit. Okay, due to the shape of this, we've scrapped the little corner bit here, and also this is 6 meters long. Most meshes are like 4 meters that I use, so we may run into a slight issue there, but we're just gonna ignore it for now. So that's what we're gonna do. Now we might as well change the color. Probably just that, actually. It's a color I've used before as a backdrop. But it looks good for stained wood, doesn't it? It's quite nice. I think, at least. So we've got that. How about that? Is that gonna look alright? It looks like that's a... oh, it's a little off-center. But it looks like a sort of... like an intended thing. Like reinforcement or whatever. I think that might be okay. Bada bing, bada boom. We have an Ocelot exhibit. Okay, it's not great yet, but it will be, trust me. I mean, yeah, that's probably enough. How's that look? Yeah, that looks alright, doesn't it? Maybe it's a little shallow, but they are small cats. They don't need too much stuff. Want a little bit of pathing. I think that's a bit too intense, though. If we sort of just do that, that might be better. In fact, we probably should use short grass sort of around where they've gone, because unlikely for tall grass to be there. There we go. How's that looking? Little details like that, I think, are gonna make this look super. Maybe. I want to try this climbable natural platform. That looks quite good. So if we have... let's see... probably just climbable log over and over. So if we grab one of you, and then we grab you, and you, like that, I guess. Don't know if that's perfectly in a square or not, but it's pivot, or it's anchored to the corners, so that's good enough for me. We can then drag you up to, I guess, here-ish. A little down to there. There we go. I kind of love this, but it's a little too big for the platform. But that would be ideal. Just like that. Perfectly in the center. I'll change it out for 4 meter log. That's roughly the center. It doesn't have to be perfect, let's be real. Life is never perfect. And I guess something like that. I mean, I'm worried still it could be a climbing hazard, but we'll see. And then maybe the small one? I mean, it's gonna look a little goofy. Perhaps... yeah, perhaps this instead. That doesn't look terrible, does it? Maybe if we bring these supports down? Just a little? So then it's not, like, way over the top? I think that's a cute little cat climbing frame. Not like an amazing one that you'd see an actual Planet Zoo expert do, but something that I would do. Right, hear me out. If we move this there-ish, then you've got like a lower down platform near the water. And then, from this bit, if we connect up, we'll use the 4 meter ones again. Oh yeah, look at this. Look at this. I think that's good. Maybe. It is very straight, but that's fine. think that's fine. It didn't really utilize the natural logs like I was planning, but it's fine. We do it on this one as well. Yeah, if we move it to sort of here, then it's not going to be too much in the way of whatever massive tree we can have. Maybe if we drag it down a little. Oh yeah, this looks right, doesn't it? That looks sort of like that tree that we did, I think. It's a bit more thick in the leaf department. It's very nice and bushy, but I don't think that's a bad thing. And then perhaps, what if we added in a Brazil nut tree? One of the big ones. That would look sort of accurate, wouldn't it? Don't you think? Just sort of there. I mean, you do miss the base of the trunk, which kind of sucks. But I mean, that is kind of what I did. That kind of is what I did. Let's explore a few other options before we commit to these. But I'm thinking that might be good. I'm gonna say these are good, because they're ones that actually would work if you're playing this game proper. Like, actual, like, more like the natural environment. And they have the general shape. Do they have climbing? This does not have climbing. How about you? You do, don't you? Apparently not. Fair enough. I kind of like to do sort of scattered, like it's been moved around style, although we've just pretty much filled it all up there. There isn't like a smaller, like an extra small that would fit on here, sadly. That's what I was kind of hoping for. But that's fine. I think that looks good enough, doesn't it? I don't know how much enrichment they need. Of course, the main one we've got to do is the box. They love a good box. Cats love boxes. We'll have one of you, and then I guess we'll add another one just there. We could even replace this with the scratching post tamarind tree. Maybe that would be better. You know what? Yeah. As much as I love a good strangler fig, we're gonna... Oh, we cannot place it. Anyway, as I said, I love a good strangler fig, so that's what we're gonna add here. I guess that works. And we just don't have any, like, proper overhangy stuff like you'd expect. Like here. I mean, no, that doesn't even work. Never mind, that's definitely not my best building, but hey, it works for its function. I think that's fine. We just don't look at the building too much, you know? I quite like this fence. It kind of works for what we're after today. We'll add a little thing here that can have the painted wood, and I'm a big fan of the black looking mesh. Helps to actually see through it better. I didn't do that here. Yeah, so while we're at it, we might as well make these black. Bada bing, bada boom. That's helpful to actually see better. I find with black mesh, like, it helps to, like, not obscure anything. I don't know the technical terms. I'm too lazy to do the rest of it, but that's good enough. yeah, lots of plants that are fairly tall. Not massive. We added cattails, by the way. I thought that was quite funny. Yeah, lots of grass. They can sort of like feel a bit more hidden and safe in. Obviously, they got a nice little indoor area where they can go sleep and just sort of lay about and lounge and do whatever. Now, we did have a little pop of colour, so I think if we add maybe some goldenrods here look nice, and then maybe perhaps a buddleia over here, a flowering one. I think that would look nice. I can't remember where exactly I put it. If we just sort of guesstimate, like that. There we go. Little bit of colour, but not a lot. I think that's fine. It's not so intrusive. I don't know. I think that's it. There we go. I almost forgot the vines. I didn't go overboard with it. I just added 2 little clusters of it. But I think that's good enough to get the idea across. Maybe there needs to be something here in the middle, but I'll be honest, you don't really look at it too much, other than from here looking at the climbing frame. So I'm gonna bring the ocelots in, and I guess we'll check it out. Alright, I'm back in Minecraft. I've done the Planet Zoo stuff. I've actually done the outro and the review of the Planet Zoo build, but we're going to go to Minecraft first in the video, so you don't need to know that I've already done the Planet Zoo stuff. So anyways, this is exactly what I was hoping for. I spawned the 2 ocelots outside, one made it in immediately, and is just here, or what I would imagine would be when they're sleeping just on the thing. So if we go in, we can have a little tour. This is their inside bit. Oh, I didn't. Oh, yeah, I did have a scratching post, and then I broke it, and I forgot to replace it. Whoops. Oh, well. We didn't include a scratching post in the Planet Zoo one. We've got one ocelot there. We've got another one there. Hopefully they don't escape. You know, it would be nice if they didn't. Oh, I never actually put the these bits. The overhead sort of angled-y things. Oh well. Very, very overgrown. Quite nice. I do like it. I do think... Look at that. Look at that. That's not good. I've slept on it and I really don't like this tree. You know, it's a bit too square and also flat, like in terms of the actual trunk and everything and all these branches. It's just not great. But oh well, we've done it now. I like the box. I still like the box. And yeah, oh look, they're together. Look at them. Cute, best friends. And yeah, the little outside fence I think is nice. I think the actual animal fence is good. Not amazing, but good enough. I kind of like the use of the packed mud to be dirt rather than actual dirt. It's a little softer, I feel, but then I like the use of mud for the sort of wet area. Plenty of foliage, I really like that. I think I've done good in terms of that. The building is like any other building I do, not that great, but I mean, the idea is good, the execution is the issue. So I am going to do a quick flyover one last time, sort of show off everything. You know, like the vines on the back wall I think are nice. We've got this tree, climbing frame 1, climbing frame 2, little cat tower thing, box, tons of foliage, the little pool, the interior, little viewing post point where they can sort of just sleep. And yeah, I think that's it. So now you're gonna see me sort of look at the Planet Zoo one, which I already recorded, and then I'll be back here to do the outro. So see you in a minute. Alright then, here we go. Our ocelots are coming in. Boom. Look how cute they are. I do enjoy a good ocelot. I think this came out way better than the Minecraft one. But we'll have to see what we think in the thingy. They immediately went to the climbing. At least one of them did. This is exactly what I was hoping for. It could have been even lower, seeing just how much space I gave them. But yeah, really cute. I love these guys. I think this has come out perfectly. Aww. Little kitty cat. So I'm now gonna go record, you know, looking at the Minecraft one. Even though I built it first, I've done this in a weird way of recording. So I'll see you back in Minecraft, but you'd have already seen me back in Minecraft. But now I'm gonna do the outro as well. It's the whole thing. Like, comment, subscribe, etc. You know the drill. It's a YouTube video. Aw, look at him. Or her. I don't know which one this is. Whoa! Did you see that? Oh, amazing. Anyways, cute little kitty cat. Cute little kitty cat. I do enjoy a good ocelot. Oh yeah, this is where we end it off. I mean, I'll do the outro in Minecraft probably, because then you can see me, but this is really good. So yeah, I think that's it. So like, comment, subscribe, all the YouTube stuff. Oh, off you go. And yeah, hopefully you all enjoyed this. It was quite fun to just build and try and make something fun and nice. I love nature and animals, so building quite a natural habitat looking thing and placing so many plants everywhere, that was a lot of fun. So yeah, and yeah, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, binge all my stuff. I actually have playlists as well for certain categories of videos, so you know, if you don't know what to watch specifically, you can get ideas. I think that's all I want to say, so thank you all for watching, and take care.